It's 9 o'clock. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam Manojam Marutatuल्य Begam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanarayutha Mukhyam Shri Ramadutam Shirasa Namami Apadam Apahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Dakshine Lakshmano Yasya Vame Cha Janakatmaja Purato Marutir Yasya Tam Vande Raghunandanam. Welcome back. It is summertime, so certain weeks it's possible to do Ramayana class, certain weekends it's not possible. Next Saturday, it won't be possible. I'm attending a wedding in a different location, so very likely it will not happen, but stay tuned. We'll confirm to you. So we'll go back to where we left off and continue from there on. This is Aranya Kanda chapter 42. And personally for me, this is the 42 and 43. I'll try to cover as much as I can. But these two chapters are, or this episode right now is a very sad episode. It's difficult. One, because Sita Devi is going to be kidnapped by Ravana. It's a painful episode. Yet there's the whole arrangement that happens in her being kidnapped. And so where we left off is at the end of chapter 41, where Maricha finally agreed at the threat of being killed by Ravana. So chapter 42 begins with Evam uktva tu parusham maricho Ravanam tataha gachhava iti abravit dino bhayat ratrim charaprabho. So he said, Maricha spoke to Ravana, Prabho, my dear master. And previously he had spoken some harsh words to Ravana, right? Finally, he figured out that speaking nicely to Ravana, speaking harshly to Ravana is not going to work. So he just gave in and he said, Gachhava iti abravit. Gachhava, let's go. Dino bhayat, and he spoke out of fear. Gachhava dino bhayat ratrim charaha means the Rakshasa, or Rakshasa in this case is Ravana, who wanders about at night time. So he said, out of fear, he said, let's go. Sometimes we are asked, it seems Maricha has such realization about Ramachandra's greatness, and yet he agreed for Ravana's proposal. And yes, on the one side, he thought it very meaningful or even beneficial to die in the hands of Ramachandra. But here it shows that he has fear. Bhayat. A model characteristic of a devotee, one of the first things is that he is fearless. Abhaya is the gift of the shelter of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, in Yuddha Kanda, Ramachandra says, even if someone comes, Sakrad eva prapannaya tavasmiti yachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyah. I give him fearless from all living entities. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami ma sucha. Ma sucha means don't worry. The worry comes out of fear. So the first characteristic of anyone who has taken shelter of the Lord is fearlessness. Here, Maricha has not taken shelter of the Lord. He is afraid on different on different levels. He's afraid of Ravana. He's afraid of Ramachandra. So then the next verse, the pastime continues. Drashtavachaham punaha tena sharachap asidharina madho madho udyata shatrena vinashtam jivitam chame. He says, oh, I am going to see that person who holds bow, arrows, and a sword. And just by seeing him, I know Vinashta Jivitam me, my life will come to an end. That very sight of Ramachandra will be the signal that I will be dying. Nahi Ramam Parakramya Jivita Pratinivartate Vartate Pratirupo Asau Yam Danda Hastasyate. So he says there is nobody, Nahi Parakramya. There is no person so valorous who can stand, who can face off with Ramachandra and live. Nahi Rama Parakramya Jivita Pratinivartate means come back home alive. Okay. And Ravana, what you are seeing, Vartate Pratirupa Asauyam Danda Hatasya. And who you are looking at, that is me, Maricha, I am the reflection of my dead body, which means what you're looking at is a dead person. It's just poetic way of saying the same thing. Kimtum kartam maya shakyam evam tvayi duratmani esha gachami aham tata swasti me astu nishachara. Swasti me astu. May good happen to you. Okay. Oh my dear Ravana, tata. It seems like you are very angry at my expression of my inability to carry out what you wanted me to do. Anyway, may good come to you. I'm following what you're asking me to do. As soon as Maricha agreed, Ravana, who has absolutely no sense of any empathy, he's just worried about what he wants to do or concerned about it. He says, Prahashtatu abhavat tena vachanena sarakshasa. Prahashta. He became very, very happy, exceedingly happy by the words of Maricha. Parishvajya susamlishtam idam vachnam abravit. He embraced Maricha susamlishtam. Susamlishtam means with great affection and with tightness. Because affection means the tighter you embrace someone, the more affection, obviously. And parishvajya. And then he says, Etat shaundirya chaitirtya nyuktam te mata chanda vashavartinaha idanim asimaricha purvam anyo nishachara. He says, the words that you've just spoken show me how much you are under my control. Though a few minutes ago, you had a different opinion. So now, finally, you have come to good senses. I'm glad. Aruhyatam shigram khago ratna vibhushitaha maya saharatho yuktaha pishacha vadanai kharai. He says, Aruhyatam, ascend my chariot quickly. This is Ratna Vibhushitaha, Khaga Ratna Vibhushitaha. Vibhushita means it is decorated with gems. And Khaga means something that goes in the sky. A bird is called a Khaga. Kha is the sky and Ga means to go. So something that travels in the air. So ascend my chariot that will fly in the air. And my chariot is yoked by Pishacha Vadanai Kharai, by donkeys that have faces like ghosts. Pishacha is ghost, Vadana is face, Khara is donkey. And pralobhiyatva vaidehim yatha ishtam gantumarhasi. Tam shunye prasabham sitam anayishyami maithilim. Anayishyami maithili means I will bring Sita. Pralobhiyatva vaidehim. After you have enticed Sita, Vaidehi, Yatha Ishtam Gantumar, you can go wherever you like. Basically, telling him you can get lost. After you've done your part, you can get lost. I don't care where you go. I will bring Maithili here to Lanka. So, having said this to the son of Tataka, Maricha then responded, said, all right, Tatha iti uvacha. He said, all right. And together they mounted this aircraft-like chariot and swiftly journeyed from Maricha's hermitage. And while they are flying, they are looking at the scenery below. They saw coastal areas. They saw mountains and rivers, even cities and villages. And they reached the edge of Dandaka. And when they reached the edge of Dandaka and entered Dandaka forest, from the sky, they saw Ramachandra's hermitage, the little cottage in which they were staying. So they landed a little distance from where they could see. And he says, Avartiya Ratham, Tasmat Tatam Kanchana Bhushitam, Haste Gruhitva Maricham, Ravano Vakyam Abravit. So when they got down from this chariot, Ravana, who was decorated with golden ornaments, Kanchana Bhushatam. Bhushana is decoration or ornamented. Kanchana is golden. Haste Grihitva Maricham Ravana. Ravana held Maricha's hands in his hand as a symbol or a gesture of affection and friendship. And Abravit, and spoke. He says, Etat Ramashramam Padam Drushyate Kadali Vritam Kriyatam Tat Sakhe Shigram Yadartham Vayamagataha. So this is Ramachandra's hermitage that has banana trees surrounding it. Kadali Vritam. Kadali is banana. And he says, Kriyatam tat sakhe shigram. Oh, my dear friend, quickly do what we have come here for. Kim artham vayam agataha. We have come here for a purpose, so quickly get on to work. Do it, my dear friend. And sa Ravana vachaha shurtva maricho rakshasastada mrigo bhutva ashrama dvari ramasya vichacharaha. Mrigo bhutva. He became a deer. And ashrama dvari ramasya. And right near the door of Ramachandra's ashram, vichacharaha, he started roaming about or wandering. So from here on, it shows Valmiki very through words draws out a picture of the way Maricha in the form of a deer was trying to entice, first grab attention and then entice Sita Devi. And as I'm reading the verses, We can, of course, hear the beautiful poetry. We can visualize Maricha and internally reflect upon how each one of us as a living entity has fallen for the glitter and the enticement of Maya. Maricha means illusory. So we're all victims of Maya in one sense, and this is our story of our victimization. So to rupam samasthaya mahad adbhuta darshanam. The deer was very amazing to look at. Mani prabha sangragraha. Mani prabha shringagraha. Sita asita mukhakritaha. Mani pravara. Pravara means the best. Pravara means better than the best or the best among the best. Mani pravara had jewels or diamonds. Shringagraha and horns that were sharp and bejeweled like. Sita asita mukhakriti. Mukha akriti. His face was spotted with white and black. Sita is white, Asita is black, or not white, black. Mukha akriti. Face was spotted with white and black spots. So to rupam samasthaya. Okay, fair said. Okay, then rakta padmopala mukha. Face was reddish like the red lotus petals. Indranilot palashrava. Ears were shining like Indranila Utpala. Indranila means sapphire, and Utpala means petal. So blue lotus petal like or sapphire colored petal ears. Kinchit abhyunnata grivaha. Abhiunnata. Unnata is raised. Kinchit abhyunnata, slightly raised neck. Grivaha. Indranila nibha udaraha. And his stomach was like a blue, had a bluish hue of the blue lotus or sapphire colored if you want. And madhuk nibha parshvaha. Madhuka nibha parshva is sides. Madhuk nibha is the color of the madhuka flower, which is a slight yellowish tinge on a whitish petal. Madhuka nibha parshva cha kanja kinjalka sannibha. Kanja is lotus. And kinjalka is the fibers inside that lotus. Sannibha means resplendent like. Vaidurya samkasha. Vaidurya. It was like shining like a Vaidurya gem. Sankasha. Khuraha is hooves were like Vaidurya. And Tanu Janga Susamhritaha. Tanu Janga. The deer's thighs were very slender. And Susamhataha, very well formed and very perfectly rounded and shaped. So very attractive deer. Indra Ayudha Savarnena. It had this bodily color like Indrayudha, like a flash of lightning. Puchena urdhvam virajitaha. And the tail was upraised. Virajita means glowing. And Puchena urdhvam, the tail was upraised and glowing. Manohara snigdha varno. Overall, the deer looked like it was going to steal anyone's heart that saw it. Manohara, snigdha, very pleasing. Ratnaihi nana vidhay vritaha. And it was studded with a variety of gems. So it was shining and twinkling and all of that. Kshanena rakshaso jato mrigha param shobhanaha Vanam prajwalayan ramyam ramashram padam chatat. And in a moment, the entire area of that forest started to glow from the light that this deer was emanating. Vanaha prajwalayan. Jwala is to light up. Prajwalayan is light up very, very nicely and strongly. Manoharam darshaniya rupam kritva sarakshasah. Sarakshasah. This demon suddenly became very attractive to look at. Darshaniya rupam manoharam. Pralobhanartham vaidehya nana dhatu vichitramam. Pralobhaya martha. For enticing Sita, vaidehya nana dhatu. It had as if it was colored with different kinds of uh, pigmentations. Vicharan gachate samyak shadvalani sammatatam, and started roaming around the forest in a way to gather Sita's attention. Raupyehi bindu shataihi. Raupyehi means silver like. Bindu shatai, hundreds of spots, silver spots. Chitro bhutva cha priyadarshana. Chitra means very amazing or pictured or very well crafted. And priyadarshana, very pleasing to look at. Vitapinam kisalayam bhakshyam vichacharaha. Vitapinam means fresh buds of grass. Grass, when it is newly sprouting, it is very tender. And once it grows, it becomes very hard. It has rough edges and spines to it. So deer eat very tender grass. Vichacharya, kisalayam means newly sprouted grass. Bhakshyam, eating, vichacharaha, and wandering about. You know how deer never are still. They're always wandering here and there, here and there. कदलीगृह्यं गृत्वा कर्णिकारणी ततः ततः समाश्रयन् मंदगतिः सीता संदर्शयन् ततः. That is where samashrayan, near her ashrama, mandagatihi, the deer started walking very slowly. Sita samdarshanam, and that's when Sita saw her. What had happened is Kadali Grahakam Gatva. This deer was in that banana grove, and there were banana trees and Karnikara trees. Very beautiful flowers Karnikara tree has. In that place where Sita was plucking flowers, this deer went in a way that Sita could see. Rajiva Chitra Prushtha. Rajiva means lotus, reddish color. Chitra, beautiful. Prushta, its backside was beautifully reddish colored. Sa Viraraja Mahamriga. Viraraja was glowing, this great deer. Ramashram Pada Abhyasho Vichachara Yathasukam, and very happily, as if there's no care in life, was roaming around eating fresh blades of grass, etc. And then again, Punargatva Nivrataha. Punargatva Nivrataha cha Vichachara Mrugottama. Gatva Muhurtvam Toraya Punaha Prati Nivartate. So a deer by nature is very finicky and restless because it's afraid. So sometime it would come closer to Sita and suddenly would jolt and run far away. And then would come back again close and run far away. Punaha Prati Nivartate. Back and forth, it was enticing Sita Devi. Vikridancha punarbhumau punar eva nishidati. Ashramam dwaram agamya mriga yuthani gachati. So just like a deer would play, he would sometimes sit somewhere, sometimes would get up, run here, come to the threshold of the ashram all the way, and then suddenly would run to other herds of deer. Mriga yuthay anugataha punar eva nivartate. Sita darshanam akanksham Rakshaso mugratam gataha paribhramati chitrani mandalani vinishpatan. So this Maricha, when he went towards the herds of other deer and then returned back to her door, went back to this other deer to as if, uh, you know, hang around with them in order to as if that Sita would know that, oh, look, my attention is being taken away by this very sweet looking and very extraordinary looking deer. Now, when Maricha, disguised as a deer, went to other deer, they looked at him and they said, Samudviksha che sarvai tam mrigo ye anye vanecharaha upagamya samagraya vidravanti disho dashaha. When Maricha as a deer came close to the other deer, all the deer's neck was upright and they thought something's not right. They smelled him and they figured out that this is not one of us, and suddenly split and ran away in different directions. They figured out that this deer is not one of us. Rakshah Rakshasah so apitan vanyan murga mrugeshwara ratah prachad prachadaartham bhavasya bhaksheti samsprushan. There's some of the deer that were near Maricha, because Maricha had previously killed these forest animals and were very close to Maricha, rubbing against his skin, and saw that he was not really killing or eating them in any way. They became very confused and sort of were becoming restless around him. And Sita, who saw this whole scene of this deer while she was plucking flowers, she and the deer uh, caught each other looking at each other. And suddenly Sita's attention became fixed on this deer because it was very attractive, bejeweled, shining, glittering. And Sita became astonished. Tam vai ruchiraha dantaha oshtham rupya dhatu tanu ruham vismayat utphulam Nayana sa sneham samudekshata. And when Sita became astonished that, look at this deer, it has such pretty lips and teeth. Dantaha oshtham. Rupya dhatu. And hair or fur that has this very beautiful silver and copper stones to it. Vismayat utpulla. And she gazed with such bewilderment, okay, and such affinity. So then this deer, on seeing Sita, moved as if closer to that the deer might be very easy to hold on to, and suddenly moved away. So Sita, who had seen so many deer all these 13 years in the forest, she was so enamored that she went into this stage of becoming almost enthralled by it. Vismaya Paramam Sita. Paramam Vismaya, completely wowed by it. And she kept gazing at this deer. And her mind was completely caught. Next chapter, 43. Sa tam sampreksha. When she saw this deer, Shushroni Kusumani Vichinvati. Shushroni means Sita Devi, who has a very slender waist. Kusumani Vichinvati, while she was collecting flowers. Hema Rajata Varnabhyam Parshvyabhyam Upashobhitam. Hema, golden. Rajata, silvery. So this Varnabhyam, the with gold and silver mixed together as if or alternating. Parshvabhyam, the sides of the deer had golden and silver streaks on it. Prahashtacha anavadyagni mrishta hataka varnini. Sita became very, very delighted. Although she herself was pure like fire, mrishta hataka varnini. This is her form that is being described. Anavadya Agni means pure, unadulterated fire. Sita's effulgence was like unadulterated fire. And Mrishta Hataka, molten gold. Mrishta means molten. Hataka, gold. So we sing prayers for Srimati Radharani and we say Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. Similarly, she is being called Anavadyagni Mrishta Hataka Varnini. Same. Bhartaram apicha Akranda Lakshmana Chaiva Sayudham. Akranda means she started calling out. She shouted or exclaimed to her husband and Lakshmana, who was with his weapons not far away. She said, Ahuhya cha punaha. We say, Aho, Aho. So, Ahuhya means exclaiming again and again. Tam murgam sadhu vikshate. Oh, what a beautiful deer. Agacha, agacha shigram vai. Oh, both of you, come here quickly, quickly. Aryaputraha sa anujaha. Please, Ramachandra, and bring your brother. Come here quickly, come here. And she said, Taya ahuto naravyagrau vaidehya Rama Lakshmano vikshamano tutam desham tada dadrushamagram. So these two personalities, see the comparison. She is compared to this molten gold-like effulgence and beauty. But she is getting attracted to a deer that is looking beautiful. And the two personalities, Rama and Lakshmana, are compared to tigers among men, Naravyagraha. And because it is two, Naravyagrau. So who are the tigers? Are the ones that kill deer. So in the poetry of it shows the positions of these people. Tvaya ahutau naravyagrau vaidehya Rama Lakshmana. And when they saw these two, Lakshmana sam shankamanaha tutam drashtva. Lakshmano Ramam abravit. Lakshmana was doubtful. Shankamanaha. And he said, Tameva enam aham manye maricham rakshasam mrugam. I know or I think this is Maricha. Or my opinion is this is Maricha, the Rakshasa. Charanto mrugayam hashta papena upadhani vane. Anena nihata rama rajanaha kamarupina. This fellow, Maricha, previously had taken all sorts of forms to kill the great sages, to kill other animals, because he can change his form according to his own desire. Kamarupinaha. And he says, Asya Maya Vido. This is his Maya, this is his trickery. Maya Mruga Rupam Idam Kritam. And he has taken on a elusive or a illusory form of a deer. Bhanumataha, glittering, glowing. Purusha Vyagraha, Gandharva Punarsannibham. This is just like Gandharva's palaces that are very enticing. We should not go towards them. Mrigohi evam vidho ratna Vichitro na asti Ragavaha Jagatyam Jagat Jagati Natha Maya Esha Hina Samshayaha. There's no doubt about it. Oh Lord, you are the master of the entire world, Jagati Natha. Today, Lord Jagannath's Rath cart is being pulled in India and in other places. So he's calling him Jagati Natha. And he says, no doubt, this guy is the Rakshasa. And he's just in the form of an enticing deer. Evam Bruvanam Kakutstham Prativarya Shuchismita. Uvacha Sita Samhrishta Padmam Hrita Chetana. So when Lakshmana is speaking to Ramachandra like this, Sita, who herself is usually very satisfied, uh, she uh, she had a smile on her face. Shuchi Smita. She spoke. She spoke to Ramachandra and said, Aryaputra, oh great soul, Ramachandra, Abhiramaha, you are the ones who are very pleasing and delightful to anyone's heart. Asau Mrigo Haritame Manaha. This deer has completely stolen my heart or my mind. Anaya etam mahabaho kridartham na bhavishyati. Bring anayatam. Anaya enam. Please bring this deer to me. Kridayartham. I want to play with him. I want to play with this deer. It will be for us to play. इह आश्रम पदे अस्माकं बवः पुण्यदर्शनाः मृगाचरन्ति सहिता चमराः श्रुमराः तथा. So she says that, in around our ashram, so many beautiful animals and birds flock by. Even the chamara deer, the one chamara we use, and Shrimara kind of deer. There's very varieties of deer. They're all here. This one is very unique. And we have monkeys and different kinds of deer and other animals moving around near our ashram. However, this one is very extraordinary by the luster of its skin, the brilliance, the tameness. It's acting so delicate. I think it would be great for us to have this animal as our pet, just like the full moon gives satisfaction to the mind, this deer will give us satisfaction. Ah, what a beautiful form. Aho rupam, aho lakshmi swaraha sampata chashobhana. Mrigo adbhuto vichitrango hridayam harita ivame. Hridayam harita ivame. This has completely stolen my heart. Aho rupam. Oh, so beautifully formed. Aho Lakshmi Swaraha Sampataha. So when it is bleating, whatever the sound deers make, it's a so well endowed sound. And Shushobhana. So beautiful to look at. Yadi Grahanam Abhyeti Jivanam Eva Mrigahatvaya Ascharya Bhutam Bhavati Vismaya Janayishyati. So not just me, all the other animals around are also astonished by this deer's presence. And when we return to our kingdom, because 13 years have passed, one more year, she's going back to Ayodhya. Samaptam vanavasanam rajya sthanam cha nah punaha antah pure vibhushanartha mriga esha bhavishyati. Then when very soon our vanavas will be over, I will take this deer into our palace and will be my pet inside my own chambers. And she says, Bharatasya Aryaputra Shvashvaranam Mamacha Prabho Mrigarupam Idam Divyam Vismaya Janishyati. Oh Lord, Ramachandra, this deer is so beautiful that even Bharata will become very, very happy. And my mothers-in-law will also become very pleased to see this, that, oh, what you have brought back from the forest, that's amazing. And she's then, interestingly, she says, Jivanam yadite abhyeti grahanam amrigasattama. For some reason, if you're not able to bring him here alive, ajinam narashardula ruchiram tu bhavishyati. Even if you kill him and bring the skin, that's good for me. Bring it to me dead or alive. I want it dead or alive. I mean, it's shocking. Sita would say, even if it is were killed. And she says, Nihatasya asya swastasya jambuna jambuna damaya tvai. He says, if for some reason you're not able to bring him alive, then with this, if you have to kill him, then what I would like to do is put on his skin on the ground and sit with you on that beautiful, soft, tender skin, because it will be a great, like a sofa, if you will. And then she says, Kamavrutam idau raudram strinam asadrusham matam vapushatu asya satvasya vismayo janito mama. And she says, according to tradition, a woman should not become so uncontrolled in her desires. It does not befit women well. Kamavrutam idam raudram strinam asad drusham matam. Kamavrutam, becoming lusty. Idam raudram, or becoming excessively anger, does not decorate a woman properly. But Ramachandra, tu asya satvasya vismayo janitoma. But I'm not able to control myself. I'm just completely enamored. Although I know it's not good for me. Although I should not cross the boundary of this desire and lust like this excessively, but I'm not able to. This has stolen my heart. Tena kanchana romna tu mani pravara shringana. Look at the deer. So beautiful. It has glowing, colorful horns, the shining, effulgent golden color. This one, that one, and she kept on talking about the glory of the deer. Evam Sita vachah shrutva drushtva cha margam adbhutam. So Ramachandra heard her words. He also saw this beautiful deer. Lobhita tena rupena Sitaya cha prachodita. And prachodita means she is being goading and pleading and requesting. Lobhita, because she is now greedy for it. Uvacha Raghavo Hrashta Bharataram Lakshmanam Vachaha. So Ramachandra became very happy that Sita was asking for something, and he spoke to Lakshmana. He says, Lakshmana, Pashya Lakshmana, just see Lakshmana, Vaidehya Spraham Ullasitam Imam. See how excited she looks. Rupa Shreshtaya Hi Esha Mrigo Adyana Bhavishyati. I've never seen previously, up until now, some such beautiful deer. Na vane nandano drashe na chaitra ratha samshraye krita prithivyam saumitre yo asya kaschit samo mriga. This kind of deer is not possible in Indra's garden. Na vane nandano drushe. You cannot see it in Indra's Nandanandana garden. Na Chitra Ratha Samshraye, nor in Chitra Ratha's gardens, which is the garden of Kubera. Kruta Prithvyam Saumitre, even on earth, how is it possible that something as beautiful and delightful can show up? Pratilobha Anulomacha, Pratiloma Anulomacha, Ruchira Roma Rajya. Pratiloma Anuloma, uh, the crisscross of hair is so beautiful. There's golden and silver crisscross. Shobhante mrigam ashritya chitra kanaka bindubihi, and it has golden spots on it. So beautiful. Pashya, just see. The tongue, so delicate. When it is yawning, it looks so sweet. Hmm? The tongue is like a fire and a flash of lightning, flash of lightning. Even Ramachandra is now talking to Lakshmana, the beauty of the deer. Okay, the idea is Ramachandra is trying to convince Lakshmana that you think it is a Rakshasa, but Sita is so attracted to the deer's beauty. And look at how beautiful it is. He's now justifying, or in one sense, rationalizing why he's going to carry out what she's asking. And as a Kshatriya, Lakshmana, we hunt deer either for keeping in our for domesticating them, or for their flesh, or for their skin. This is what Kshatriyas do. And this is, as a Kshatriya, then I'm supposed to do it. And everything that the forest produces is for a king's pleasure. Just like great wealth comes upon a person who does the right effort. So I'm not asking someone else to kill it. I'm going to kill it or capture it on my own. And so I think I should bring it as a prize back home. And he gives financial reasons. What great financial persons would say from a Vedic perspective, that if you can get something from your honest labor, then you have every right to keep it and hold it. Uh, that wealth that comes from no labor or dishonest labor, that's not good quality wealth. And he says, Etasya mrigaratnasya paradhye kanchana tvayi upavikshati vaidehi maya saha samudyama. Now she's asking me, and just imagine Sita will be sitting, beautiful Sita will be sitting on this very beautiful deer skin. And we have skins of different kinds of deer: Kadali, Priyaki, Praveni, etc. But none of those skins match the skin of this deer. This is like saying, oh, we have so many different clothes in my closet, but that particular dress doesn't match anything that I have. I have so many jewels or ornaments, but that particular jewel or ornament does not match. I have so many pair of shoes, but this pair of shoes does not match any pair of shoes that I have. Just different ways in which we justify or rationalize why we want to purchase or procure something. Esha chaiva mriga shriman na cha divye na bhacharaha. Ubhau etau mrigau divyau taramrigau mahesh magau. He says two kinds of deer are divine and rare. The magnificent deer on the earth, and other that moves in the region of the sky. So some commentators say that the mriga in the sky is the star called Mriga Shirsha. The deer, it looks like a deer head. So the season is called Margashirsha Mantra. Very beautiful time. So he says only two kinds of deer: the beautiful deer here and the deer in the sky. And by the way, Lakshmana, Yadiva ayam tatha yam tam bhavet vadasi Lakshmana. Of course, you're telling me that this is the trick of a demon. Even then, if it is the demon, then it is my duty to either capture or kill this deer. And if it is indeed Maricha, as you say, then he deserves to die in my hand, because he has killed so many brahmanas and so many other animals in a very beastly manner. So it is my duty as a Kshatriya to discipline him. Just the way Vatapi and Ilvala were given a very, very good lesson by killing them by Agastya. Then I should do the same. And then he narrates how Vatapi and Ilvela tormented the Brahmanas, and then they came upon Agastya Muni. We heard that story recently. And Ramachandra narrates to Lakshmana the Vatapi and Ilvela story. So he says, Lakshmana, you stay here and guard Sita. And here is the very beautiful hint here. So I'm going to read the Sanskrit and then we'll see. Ihatvam bhava, stay here. Samnadho, yantrito raksha maithilim. Guard Sita Devi very carefully. Asyam ayatam asmakam yata krityam Raghunandana. O Lakshmana, asmakam, our yata krityam, whatever is our goal or our plan, asyam ayatam will be fulfilled through her. Aham enam vadishyami grihishyami athava murgam. Either I will kill him or bring him alive. Yavad gachati saumitre mrgam anayitum drashtum. Drutam. I'm going to go quickly and bring this deer back. Saying this, Rama was ready to go. Okay. Then he said to Lakshmana, be very vigilant, be careful. I'm going to follow this spotted deer. And Pradakshinena Atibalena Pakshina Jatayusha Buddhimata cha Lakshmana Bhava Apramattaha Pratigruhya Maithilim Pratikshanam Sarvatra Eva Shankitaha. Sorry. Lakshmana, you take care of Sita. Okay. Along with Atibalena Pakshina, with the strong Jatayu Pakshina. He's also there. Jatayusha, by Jatayu. And Buddhimata cha Lakshmana, be very intelligent, be watchful. Bhava apramattaha, don't become lazy or distracted. Pratigruhya, okay, you need to guard carefully. Pratikshanam, every moment. Sarvata eva. Pratigruhya sarvata eva shankita. Be watchful and doubtful of everything, every moment. Gave him that instruction, and Ramachandra left to pursue the deer. So it's 9:53. I didn't realize. So there are some key lessons. I'm just going to read through and let's see if there are some questions or comments. First of all, these two chapters are a lesson in the allurement of Maya. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that my Maya is very, very difficult to overcome. So every living entity is a victim of Maya. And in Prema Vivarta, Srila Prabhupada quotes, Krishna bhuliya jiva bhoga vancha kare. Krishna bhuliya. Ramachandra is right there. The greatest Manohara person. Every desire of any kind can be fulfilled by just glancing or taking Ramachandra through the eyes. Sita Devi had Ramachandra by her side. She could hold him, she could look at him, hear him, speak to him, all of it. But Bhogavancha kare. She wanted the deer. The deer's beauty and Ramachandra's beauty cannot be compared, but she fell for it. Her own beauty cannot be compared to anything in the universe or creation. Pashate maya tare jhapatiya dhare. And as soon as one's attention turns away, Japatiya dhare. Maya very quickly grabs hold of such a person. That's the verse that is being enacted here. Andhasya me hrita viveka mahadhanasya. This is what we quoted a few weeks ago. Mukundamala Stotra, verse 36. Chorair prabho balivir indriya namadheya. There are some thieves, Chauraha, and their names are Indriya. They're called Indriyas. And they have stolen my viveka, my ability to discriminate and make proper choices. And after stealing my wealth, dhanasya, of discrimination, they've pushed me into a dark well. Andhakupa vinipatitasya. And only you, Sri Ramachandra, Lakshmi Narasimhadeva, or Lord Krishna can pull me out of my condition. The same prayer Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Ainanda Chanuja Kim Karam Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavambudam. I've fallen into the ocean of birth and death, which is poisonous because of my choices that I've made. Okay, that's one lesson. The allure of Maya is very, very, very strong. Daivihi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Another is, interestingly, during Dasera and Diwali time and Ram Navami time, we perform Ram Leela for everyone to look at and enjoy the beautiful pastimes of Sri Ramachandra, Sita Devi, and Lakshmana. Sita, Rama, and Lakshmana are performing Manushya Leela. They are narrating our story through their lives for us to see, for us to hear. Oh my gosh, that is my story. Look at my choices, the kind of choices I've made. Another lesson is, why do even great people make errors of judgment? Here, if you consider Ramachandra as a human being only, not as the Supreme Lord, why is he making an error of judgment? Why is Sita making an error of judgment? It's a question. Why did there are some pastimes where King Nahusha, great king, in this line only, I think, instead of horses, he had yoked Brahmanas as chariot drivers, not drivers, as chariot pullers. That's how he punished the Brahmanas. Why did Dharmaraj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, accept and even play the game of dice? And even while playing, wagered his kingdom, his brothers, his wife. Why? Another question. Why did Sri Ramachandra go after the deer even when Lakshmana recognized it as Maricha? So we just heard why Ramachandra gave his justification. And why Sita was insisting, I want that deer. So later in Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear that if you look at it from a human perspective, Ramachandra wanted to fulfill the desire of his wife. In 13 years, Sita Devi, who's the greatest queen, lived in royalty, never once asked Ramachandra, I want this. She only followed whatever Ramachandra wanted, she followed. For 13 years, and through all sorts of difficulty. And once she asked, can I have that deer? So as a loving husband, he said, she never asks anything. So once she asks, I will get it for her. And the word uses daita, out of great affection for her. From a philosophical perspective, the glitter of Maya, as I said, is very captivating for the living entity, and the living entity falls for it and asks the Lord, please fulfill my this desire. I want it. Give me a job, give me money, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. A whole bunch of list of things they ask the Supreme Lord, please fulfill this for me. And by those desires, the living entity puts himself or herself in grave danger of becoming separated in that relationship with him. Now, from a spiritual perspective, in Sita Devi's presence, Maricha cannot be killed. Wherever Sita Devi is there, you will not find any Rakshasa, anybody being killed. It's only in her absence these things happen because she will not allow it. She will only forgive everyone and uplift them. But Ramachandra has a particular plan. That is her nature, because she's very, very merciful. And Ramachandra told Lakshmana very carefully, it is through her that our mission will be fulfilled. So the storyline spiritually has to be that Ramachandra and Lakshmana have to move away and Ravana has to come in. Now, what's interesting is Ravana thinks that Maricha is the bait for which or by which I will take away Sita. But the fool does not understand that actually Sita is the bait that Rama has put for Ravana to die. It's very interesting. Who's the bait? Ravana thinks it's Maricha, and Ramachandra knows it is Sita Devi. She's the bait for Ravana to die. Sometimes people think they're very intelligent, that they have done certain things by which other people are put into trouble, but they don't realize that the Supreme Lord and his consort cannot be cheated, that they themselves are being baited into something. And finally, I leave a question for all of you to think about. And when we meet next time, perhaps you can answer it for me. Why did Lakshmana cooperate? Okay. That I'm not going to answer, you're going to answer for me. Any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have a question here. So we always heard that Sita Devi is very merciful, very, very kind, and even more merciful than Lord Shri Ram. Then why she wanted Lord Shri Ram to kill Maricha? I mean, a deer. We heard this thing that earlier Sita Devi forgave that Jayanta also, who hurt her, but now she wanted Lord Shri Ram to kill a deer just for his skin, so that she can enjoy with Lord Shri Ram. So, I mean, how to understand this thing?
For her to ask a deer to be killed for the skin does not reduce her mercifulness at all. She's not asking for the deer to be killed out of some vile or angry condition. Deer are meant to be killed to get deer skin. How else will you get deer skin to live in the forest and ashram? Why do great sages sit on deer skin? Because that's the proper seat. So I don't see it as a degradation of her compassion in any way, as Sita Devi. But if you look at her in this episode just as any living entity, then a living entity will want to get their desire fulfilled this way or that way. Dead or alive, I want it. So don't mix the two. Either look at her as a human being, so answer is clear. If you look at her as Sita Devi, then she's not the one who is being merciless at all. As a Kshatriyani, wanting deer skin, that's how you get deer skin, by killing a deer.
Oh, yeah. Got it, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
You don't tell the deer, you stand alive, I don't want to kill you, but I'll take your skin away.
Yes.
Kshatriyas would hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So even Ramachandra went on hunting trips. Now, does it make Ramachandra very cruel? No.
No problem. Thank you, Prabhuji.
And imagine someone being killed by Ramachandra's arrow.
Yeah, right.
So don't mix the pictures. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, Prabhu. Yeah, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're done, I can ask.
I'm done.
Prabhu, same thing, Prabhu. Isn't it incoherent? Sita Devi, forgave Trijata and also was very merciful, even to, in many instances we see.
I just answered the question, no?
But a Kshatriya can ask, but why Sita? Ram can ask, Lord, Lakshman can ask. They are Kshatriyas. Though we can say Mother Sita is Kshatrani, but still she's more merciful than Lord Ram himself.
And so I don't find a violation.
That statement of asking Sita, dear dead or alive. Yeah, Prabhu, you have answered. Sure, Prabhu.
I don't consider that as a. If you see her as Sita Devi, you will not get the answer. See her as a human being, the answer is in it. I mean, this doubt is similar to Garuda, who's the great carrier of Lord Vishnu, and he tramples upon snakes and eats them. He fishes in the great oceans, pulls out the fish and eats them. And one might say, oh, does Garuda make an offering to Lord Vishnu before he eats? He's a great devotee. Can he eat fish? So that kind of questioning puts, we're looking from a very limited lens. She's playing the role. The same way, the question that is bewildering actually is not why did Sita want that deer dead or alive? The question is, me as a living entity, when I have Krishna consciousness as wealth, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sita Ramachandra have their arms opened for me, why is it that I will still want something material for myself? Hell-bent on it. Why? And that is the most bewildering question that cannot be so easily answered. If we can just answer one shot by one reading, Sita Devi's desire for a deer, then the mystery in Ramayana is gone. We don't understand Bhagavad Gita just by one reading. We don't understand Bhagavad Gita by 20 readings. We may understand the overall theme of what Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita, but the depth comes by grace. Sita Devi has to reveal to us the inner meanings, which I don't have. So I can't help. The great acharyas say that look at Sita Devi when she's playing the role like us, how adamant we are. I want something this way or that way. I want it. Get it. That's the more profound question. And so don't look at Sita Devi as more merciful than the Ramachandra. She forgave Trijata. So then the question is, when she is so merciful, this whole episode of Maricha is interesting. It is uncharacteristic. And when great personalities do things that are uncharacteristic, there is a profound meaning behind it. The same Parikshit Maharaj who did not eat or drink for 7 days, did not sleep, heard from Shukadev Goswami, put a dead snake around the sage's neck because he became angered. So she's showing, we are looking at our own reflections here right now. And we ask ourselves, why? Why would I make such choices? And the answer is not clear. We did.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very satisfying answer, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My name
Yes.
is Madhav Priya.
Huh?
Madhav Priya here.
Yes, I can recognize your voice, Madhav Priya.
Yes, Prabhuji. So you had told one of the questions I had and answered it too, but I was like not fully convinced. My question was that why would Rama still agree to Sita's wish even when it was a wrong wish? Because the Supreme Lord is always the well-wisher of all his devotees, and even if the devotee wishes for something bad, he does whatever is good. But why did he do this?
Because we are insisting, we want something that is may not be beneficial to us, because we are insisting. Sometimes the Lord lets it happen for us to learn a lesson. And for us to say, oh, I made such bad choices, Sri Ramachandra, Sri Krishna, I only want you. We make certain choices. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. If I don't want Ramachandra, I want someone else or something else, then to that degree, he will fulfill in a way that while fulfilling the desire, he will also attract us to him. Dhruva Maharaj had such a lofty desire. Did he fulfill it or not? Yeah. Of course, Dhruva Maharaj said, I don't want it anymore. But that was a desire. And he gave it to him, but also attracted him towards him.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
You're welcome. Here's a question on the text or the chat box. Sometimes when we really want something, we try to find some sort of connection to Krishna's service to kind of justify it. Yes, we do. Is that the same case when Sita was saying she wants the deer skin to sit with Rama on? Yes, it sounds like that. She's saying, look at it, both of us can enjoy sitting on this beautiful deer skin. How can we tell what desires for service are beneficial or just gratifying ourselves? To make that distinction is difficult, Shamasaki. We can only um assume and operate with it's mixed. Something for me also, something for Sri Ramachandra also. We just operate from the default condition that there is a mixture. Now, what proportion is individual? Uh, my desires may be 99% for myself, 1% for Ramachandra. Someone else's can be 1% for themselves and 99% for Ramachandra. However, but we operate from it's mixed. And you find in the life of great personalities that whether they have this condition or that condition, their service does not get altered. If they don't get what they're looking for, still their service continues. Their service attitude continues. It does not get affected by certain conditions or circumstances or things being present or absent. Next question. Hare Krishna Prabhu. When it's Maricha. When Maricha tells Ravana, I will do whatever you say, and he says all the best to Ravana, is there any inner meaning to I wish all the best or just formality? There's not necessarily an inner meaning. Maricha is Ravana's uncle, and out of affection for him, although he's not listening to good advice, he tells him, okay, all the best, good luck. Try what you want to try, good luck. That hopefully somewhere something will hit your head and you will see properly, perhaps. So, good luck. So, it's just well wishing as an uncle towards a very adamant, cruel, and headstrong nephew. Okay, final question, and then we'll pause. Any final question or comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances for Krishna Prabhupada. I just have a question on the topic of when some other person tries to frame us and how we can show compassion towards them, because in the mind there is, all sorts of things going on, but still how we can show be compassionate to them.
Well, we can't. If we don't have compassion in the heart, we cannot be artificial. We cannot be acting it out. If we have compassion, no one needs to teach us how to show it. If we don't have compassion, no one can teach us how to show it either.
Yeah, very beautiful statement there.
Right? So compassion doesn't need to be taught. It's a way of person's expression, because that's what's in their heart. Ramachandra, that verse about Ramachandra, kathanchit upakarena, even if one favor is shown to him, he does not forget. And even if one does hundreds of offenses towards him, he doesn't remember it. That compassion, no one has to teach Ramachandra, this is how you have to be, that's how you have to be. We can't artificially do something that's not there in the heart. So we hope that by praying to Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya, Gaur Nitai as the form, or Rama Lakshmana or Krishna Balaram, because they are compassionate and because we are trying to be close to their lotus feet, some compassion will manifest in our own heart. To whatever degree it manifests, that's the compassion we can manifest. But there's no formula or script that everyone must show compassion in this particular way.
Yeah, very satisfying answer. Thank you. Prabhuji.
When a king punishes a thief, that is his compassion, because Prabhupada writes, right? Through that punishment, his future life is not affected. So that's one way of showing compassion. There's punishment. Another way of punishment is to not wish them, whatever. It depends on the person and their service. But let's say you're a king or whatever. And if your compassion is always to forgive and not correct someone, then you're not being compassionate. So it depends on who you are and what service you have. Accordingly, compassion has to be administered.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Useful, very useful.
Hare Krishna,
All right.
Prabhu.
Oh, yes, Shamakun, please.
Sorry, I used the last question with you one more, Prabhu.
Not a question, please add something.
Well, it's like this was a discussion. This is part of a discussion that we had yesterday with some devotees, which came up, which is sort of related to this topic here. We hear about, we can see Mother Sita in two ways, as you said, as a jiva or as the eternal consort of the Supreme Lord. And the events and the activities and the responses happening can be seen from either of these two ways. If sometimes when we see it in from the perspective that she is the consort of the Supreme Lord, or in the case of other examples, if they're pure devotees, we think of the response in one way, like why they're acting like that. Like a related example that come up here, or the principle in the example that's coming up is in the Nectar of Devotion, or in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami writes, like there's a famous verse, Bhukti Mukti Spruha Yavat Pishachi Hridi Vartate. How can happiness of bhakti arise in the heart when the witch of desire for enjoyment and liberation remains there? So even if you forget liberation, the desire for enjoyment, if we take the life of some pure devotees, like let's take Arjuna himself, for example, it was not that he had just one wife, Draupadi. He had, I think, 3 additional wives. He had Ulupi, he had Subhadra, and I think there's one more, Chitrangada also. And he was very much attracted by Subhadra. And we can see it in two ways. It was Yogamaya potency of the Supreme Lord acting on him. He's a pure devotee. There is no way there's a witch of desire for enjoyment in him. Or is there an aspect at all, like in this case, like how we are seeing Mother Sita, she's being enamored by the deer, and there is, again, in this case, definitely there's a pastime and the Yogamaya aspect here, that she being the bait for Ravana. But when we see these examples, the point that what I'm trying to understand here is, can we make it relatable to us sadhakas, or we always keep people or devotees like Arjuna on a pedestal that they have nothing related to it? There is no desire for enjoyment. It was all going through the motions, or just thinking, okay, this will please Krishna finally, maybe in the war this will be useful. It's like interacting with Subhadra or Chitrangada or Ulupi, etc., was meant to achieve a larger goal, a bigger purpose. That is one way to look at it. But, or is there, definitely, are there feelings coming in? And if those feelings come in, there will be a desire for enjoyment, like Arjuna being enamored by Subhadra. How do we place it together? Any thoughts on this?
So first of all, thank you for the wonderful question. We have to remove from our head the idea that enjoyment is a serious sin. Nothing like that. Who says that in this world devotees cannot enjoy? Who says? Where does it say at all that we are not meant to enjoy? Bhuktim muktim cha vindati. Vindati means to enjoy. Krishna says, prasadam adhigacchati vindate. Devotees, yogis enjoy. There is enjoyment within the boundaries of dharma, and then there is enjoyment outside the boundaries of dharma. And Krishna says, everyone has the right to enjoy within the boundaries of dharma. Dharma aviruddha kama asmi. You can have desires within the boundaries of dharma, nothing wrong. It is the desires that violate dharma that is the problem. So Arjuna enjoying with Ulupi and Chitrangada and Subhadra, there is no law that says you cannot enjoy. You always have to be like this. Oh, no, I can't look at you. I cannot have sweet words with you. Who says? The conception of enjoyment, the way we hear it and the way we think it, may need some recalibration.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
As long as one is careful to not cross the boundary of dharma, within dharma there is enjoyment. Dharma, artha, kama. Kama is there. Artha is there. But dharma is the one that pulls everything forward. They always say dharma moksha, artha kama, kamartha. But these two have to be within the boundaries of dharma and moksha. That's why artha and kama are between dharma and moksha. There's an order for it. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are we to say that Yudhishthira Maharaj did not enjoy royal benefits? They did. But they were not attached to it. The day it was not there, they were fine. The day it's there, they were fine with it too. Because that's what dharma says. As long as you have it, you enjoy it. When it's not there, you don't cry for it. So they were called Raja Rishis.
Abhijit? I have just one question follow up to that. I got confused when you said enjoyment, in the sense it is again comes in the category of sense enjoyment. Is it not like that?
Yeah, I would say sense. I would make the distinction between sense enjoyment and senseless enjoyment, or sensible enjoyment. We have senses. Are you saying that you eat rice and moong dal without any salt in it? It has to be tasteful. Are you saying you wear torn clothes? No, you wear nice clothes. It feels good cloth. So the senses are being pleased. No, nothing wrong. But you cannot, of course, the great acharyas, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, wore tattered rags and all that. Yeah, great. That's the order there, because they were living as Vairagis. But when Rupa Goswami was living as the chief minister or finance minister, was he less Krishna conscious per se? It didn't manifest fully, but he was studying Bhagavatam and this and that. But they left it because they had a higher order of service. King Kulashekara, was he not a royal king? You think he was eating out of muddy pots or a golden plate? Have you seen Prabhupada's lunch plate ever? Beautiful silver plate, silver cups, beautiful plate. But that's not his attraction, but that is how he is served. So when we say sense enjoyment, the mentality that we have to understand sense enjoyment as enjoying only the senses in the absence of Krishna. But in the presence of Krishna, the senses enjoy. Therefore, he's called Govinda.
So we were told to offer everything to Krishna and then we accept it as prasad. So there we are like enjoying the prasadam or enjoying the flowers offered to Krishna. So there the enjoyment is like the prasad of Krishna. So that can be understood like that.
Yeah.
Thank
For
you.
example, for example. Okay, I had the last question, but we dragged on to 10:27. I'm sorry. We'll try to remain within the boundaries of time. Hare Krishna, we meet most possibly in 2 weeks. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.